Hello everyone, I am Professor Sushant Mohite, working as a head of electrical department from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In this second year, that is a fourth semester, we teach you by subject electrical power transmission and distribution system. This is a course outcome and teaching and execution scheme which is already discussed in unit number 1. Now we start the unit number 2 of the subject electrical power transmission and distribution. The title of the unit number 2 is the transmission line parameters and performance. Okay, the first is the introduction. The transmission line made of copper, aluminium, ACSR transmits the power at long distances. It is carried by 3 conductors or 6 conductors which are supported, and these are spaced at certain distances from each other. Transmission line is DC or AC. When we consider AC line, it carries alternative current and alternating flux is produced around the conductors throughout the lane. Here, therefore, we have to consider 3 parameters. The first, resistor, inductor and the capacitor. The first, resistors are made up of metals, and hence resistance of conductors R is equal to rho L upon A. The next is inductance. The line conductors carry alternating current. The alternating current produces alternating flux. This flux links with the conductor and produces self-induced EMF which opposes the voltage. The property which opposes change of current is called as the inductance. Opposition created due to inductance is known as the inductive reactance, that is the XL. The next is the capacitance. The property which opposes change of voltage is called as the capacitance, measured in farads. The opposition due to this is the capacitance reactance, that is the XC. Capacitance is formed when two conducting surfaces are separated by some distances. So here conductors are conducting parts and they are separated by some distance. So naturally capacitance is inherently present. So when we study the performance of AC transmission line, 3 constants, that is the parameters, are to be considered which affect the performance of line. These constants are the resistor, inductor and the capacitor. This is the introduction of the unit number 2. The next is a course outcomes of the unit number 2, that is the COB, the maintain the functioning of the medium and high voltage transmission system. The next is the learning outcomes of the unit number 2. The line parameters, the concept of R, L and C of line parameters and types of line. The next, performance of short line, the efficiency, regulation and its derivations, effect of power factor, vector diagram for different power factor. Then performance of medium line representations, nominal T, nominal pi and N condenser methods, and the last one is the skin effect and proximity effect. Next, the first point of the unit number 2 is state the 3 parameters of transmission line and what is the effect of the line parameters on the performance of transmission line. The 3 parameters of the transmission line is the resistor, inductance and the capacitor. And the effect on performance of transmission line is due to resistance, the voltage drop in transmission line and the copper losses in transmission line depends or produces. Due to inductance, the voltage drop in transmission line depends or produces, and the capacitor, and the next is the capacitor draws charging current through transmission line. This charging current produces additional copper losses and the voltage drop on transmission line. The fourth one, the due to above reasons, the transmission line efficiency and the voltage regulation gets affected. Also, power factor of transmission line gets affected. This is the parameters of the transmission line and what is the effects or what is the effect on performance of transmission line due to these parameters. Okay. The next is this question is always asked in exam for 4 marks. The next, how are the transmission line classified as per the distance or as per the voltage? This point we already discussed in unit number 2. The first, the short distance transmission line, the length of short distance transmission line is up to 50 kilometer and its voltage is less than 20 kV. The medium transmission line, the length of medium transmission line is up to 50 kilometer to 150 kilometer and its voltage, line voltage is between 20 kV to 100 kV. And the long transmission line, the length of long transmission line is above 150 kilometer and its line voltage is above 100 kV. The next is the performance of short transmission line. Okay. Before discussing this point, the important point is the classification of transmission line. In classification or types of transmission line, okay, the types of transmission line or classification of transmission line, the first is a short transmission line, the second is a medium transmission line, and the last one is a long transmission line. The short transmission line, the length of this line is less than 50 kilometers. The transmission voltage is less than 20 kV. Then its capacitance effect is very less. Hence, it can be neglected in calculation. So, only resistance and inductance is taken into account for studying its performance. Very important. The next is the medium transmission line. Its length is a 50 to 150 kilometer. The transmission voltage is 20 kV to 100 kV. As voltage length is not less, means it's a medium transmission line, its capacitance effects cannot be neglected. So, in studying of its performance, all, that is the R, L and C, are taken into account. But distributed capacitance can be taken as lump and parallel shunt across the line for calculation purpose. And the last one is the long transmission line. The length of this line is more than 150 kilometers. Its transmission voltage is more than 100 kV. As its length as well as voltage is much more, the effect of capacitance cannot be ignored. All the parameters R, L and C are considered uniformly distributed all along the line. The calculations are complicated and we use the vigorous methods for these calculations of long transmission line. Now we start the performance of short transmission line. The first, voltage regulation of transmission line. Then what is the voltage regulation? The voltage regulation is nothing but the voltage drop in transmission line expressed in percentage of receiving end voltage. And the formula for for calculating the voltage regulation is a sending end voltage. The voltage regulation is equal to sending end voltage minus receiving end voltage divided by receiving end voltage into 100. Next, the derive an expression for voltage regulation for short transmission line. Okay, this is the okay, this one is a diagram of this one is the equivalent diagram of the short transmission line. This is the equivalent diagram of the short transmission line. Okay, we already discussed regarding the short transmission line. In short transmission line, the length is very less, so we neglect the capacitor. We only use the resistor and inductor. Okay, this is the transmission line. Okay, which is the line, this line is connected to the load and then it's a return path. Okay, this is the sending end voltage, this is the receiving end voltage. Okay, this one is the R and L. The transmission line is the combination of the resistor and the inductor. So it's a resistor and this one is a inductor. By using this equivalent diagram, we draw this one is a phasor diagram. Okay, then how we draw this diagram? The very important question. The question always asked in exam. Draw the equivalent diagram of short transmission line and also draw the phasor diagram of short transmission line. Okay, so we consider the current as a reference. This is the current as a reference. Okay, so the current means this current, the current which is start from the supply voltage and it's this same current which is going to the receiving end. Okay, so the current Okay, we taken in this phasor diagram we consider the current as a reference. So because of this current reference, the receiving end voltage is a what it will be lead by angle of phi r, by angle of phi r. Okay, current, the reference is a current, so the voltage is a lead. Suppose we use the voltage as a reference, the current will be lag, but now here we use the current as a reference, so voltage is a lead. The next is a, from this one, this point A and B, okay, the I into R, I into R, this one is the what, the voltage drop across, okay, sorry, the voltage drop across resistor. This is the voltage drop across the resistor. Then next is a I into XL. This is the voltage drop across the inductor. Now you understand the why this IR is a straight line or it is a parallel to the current, because this is a V is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R. So we suppose we consider, okay, this one. It's a V, means VR is equal to I into R. So the current, because of this reference current, suppose we draw this same line in here, okay, so VR is equal to I into R. But if you, for calculation purpose we need some modification, so we consider this I into R and the VL into I into L, VL into I. So we consider the current as a reference, the voltage will be lag at the time of inductors by an angle 90 degree. Okay, so then for addition of VR, then the VR, then I into R, I into XL, you get the what, sending end voltage. Okay, and the angle between the Vs and the I is the phi s. Okay, this is the equivalent diagram of the short transmission line and the phasor diagram of short transmission line.